Oh, yeah. Present to everyone. Okay. What is going on, YouTube? My name is T Reaper, and I am here again with Mr. Kellz Show. Shut yourself out, dude.
Assault.
Last time he kind of fell asleep on us, but I got him a little bit earlier in the night, so we don't have that issue. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about something that is buzzing my YouTube feed up and down the streets, and everybody's YouTube feeds, regardless, and that is addiction. And video games as a gaming disorder, all that fun jazz. And I've listened to everybody's opinion. I know everybody's thoughts and views. I agree with some, I disagree with some, I'm kind of neutral on some. But I wanted to point out a fact, which was why I'm going to Twitter. So this gaming disorder shit was like, was a little while ago, and then it got brought back up again. So it originally was a couple months ago, and then now people are now starting to talk about it because it finally in the health organization outside the U.S. This is not U.S. particular. So this is only outside the U.S. that this pertains to right now. That gaming, long-term gaming is now is now a disorder. And then there's a whole bunch of different up and downs about that. But it was kind of funny because I was talking to Mr. The One Boom, good kid. He's only about 20 years old, and I legitly went I went off on the kid by design to see if this dude actually knew what he was talking about.
So he roasted him.
yeah, but it was so this is the original tweet. An emotional or physical dependency that causes you to feel uncomfortable and uneasy to varying degrees when left without left new dependent. Basically, you need blank to feel normal instead of better. I'm sure he was talking about games, And I asked him, Boom, do you know the meaning of said addiction? And this is really funny because, we were talking about game addictions and, I showed him my 7,000 hours and stuff like that. And he was kind of smart, and he said that, oh, you only have 1,000 something hours left in that year that you didn't play games. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the point. But I asked him, what is the meaning of addiction? And this dude legitimately went straight to Wikipedia and gave me the actual definition of addiction. So, but it was kind of funny because the dude was really funny as all hell. But it was just really funny because he didn't understand what I was asking, and this is kind of what I'm gonna point out to the people that are watching us, on replay or live right now, is when you talk about video games as a whole and video games as a hobby or video games as an addiction, you got to be very careful about how you phrase that because technically it can be misunderstood, and any parent who their kid just doesn't want to go outside and just wants to play Fortnite all night, oh, he has the disorder. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. The addiction, with any addiction, it could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be it could be a whole bunch of different things. It matters when that because my friend said it right. He was like, it's when said addiction stops you from enjoying everyday life. It becomes becomes a must rather than I'll just do this or like casually, because it's kind of funny because I'm sure Cal can agree that it's just like you get certain people that you play with that either take it competitively or they take it casually, and then they get annoyed when you take it competitively and all they just want to do is just have fun. Well, that's kind of my point of the addiction is, to the addiction, it's to do your very best every single time, regardless of what people say, because to you, that's all that matters. And if we're talking about gaming as a disorder, it's, when you really break it down, gaming has to control every inch of your life to qualify for this, because it's, it can't be just some random kid that doesn't want to do his homework and play Fortnite. Oh, he has a disorder. No, it don't work that way. What do you think, Al?
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, for me, I play video games because, one, most games that I play, like shooters, I am competitive because I like to win. But there are games that also piss me off too, but I don't ever sit there and, you know, like sit there and just play games the rest of my life and say fuck work, fuck all that. No. Because obviously military, I can't do that in the first place. But it's like there's a time to stop, but it shouldn't be an addiction. But people are just making no sense of it. I mean, as you said, like perfect example, the kid not wanting to get off of Fortnite. Okay, I can say the same thing for people that watch Netflix and binge watch Netflix or watch TV for the most part. I've had this argument many times with my like my mom growing up because it's like, okay, you get mad at me about playing video games, right? But you people can sit there for hours and watch TV. Only thing I'm doing is interacting with the TV. It's the same shit. So how could you say gaming is an addiction, but watching TV isn't?
I don't know. I mean, it is only just 2018, so maybe maybe by 2020, if you watch more than 60 minutes a day on television, you're sinful. You are a freaking disorder. No,
TV is a devil. Like
TV's the devil.
Dumb shit.
Yo, I binge watched all Marvel Netflix shows in one day. Yo, no, I don't have the addiction. No,
you're good, man. You're good, man. Oh, you play video games at 60. Oh yeah, you got something wrong with you. You need to go to the doctor. Bitch, what? It's the same fucking thing. What the fuck? I'm just interacting with the fucking TV. Like so people playing chess, things that they like to do, like that they're addicted to it. I mean, gambling is obviously an addiction somewhat.
That is a very powerful addiction, yes.
Yes, because if you're losing money, you're still fucking going, you're an idiot. And if you keep on doing it, yeah, you're an addict because you keep losing fucking money, and then you're gonna bet your house and all this other shit. You should stop. But video games, you can't stop. Like nothing is stopping you, and like there's not Cortana or all these AIs like Alexa like choking you out to fucking have you play the game of Fortnite. No, not at all. You can easily stop the game, and it's not hard. Like parents, it's not hard for parents to make their kids stop. Just have a designated time. Make sure they get their schoolwork done, and then once they get their schoolwork done, they can get on a game. Obviously, if it's a school night, they go to sleep. What's so hard about controlling that? The kid don't want to listen.
And I think that's the main issue with growing up now in this day and age with social media and all that kind of stuff. Because back in my day, we didn't have social media. Back in my day, we didn't have cell phones in school. Back in my day, the internet practically was brand new. So not a lot of people had it. So it was like it sucks for the people going to school now. And now they have to now teachers have to deal with cell phones, they have to deal with text messages, they have to deal with make sure you do your homework, and if I hear one notification go off on your cell phone, you get detention. No, fuck you.
Put your phones in the bin and sit down and learn. Like, what the fuck is so hard about that with teachers and shit? Oh, you can't take my son's cell phone. Okay, we're in a school environment. They're not in college, so they have no choice. Put your damn phone in the bin and learn something in college. And learn something in the school. And when you're done with class, go to the next class. All these damn distractions nowadays, and people are just like getting ridiculous with all this technology and stuff now. Not saying I sound like an old school person, but
yeah. Well, no. I was watching this new channel that I watch, and his name is Alex, and he lives in Japan, and he's 1 year older than I am, and he was talking about how back in the day when I went to school, things were a lot different. It's true, because back in the day, we didn't have to worry about all the things we have to worry about now with social media, Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters. And, you don't have to worry about that disrupting the learning process. So like, it kind of sucks, but I don't think that, I think when people say, if you play video games, you have the disorder. No, because there has to be a certain class of addiction level to it. And addictions are really powerful if you can't control it. And if you can control it, that means you're automatically just not addicted because you can control your addiction. That's the idea of the addiction, is that you can't control it. But like the funny part that I get with all these gamers is like, they're like, oh, I play this amount of hours a day. I'm addicted to video games. I have the disorder. I'm like, no, sorry, no, that's not how it works. People might come to my channel, and they might know me for a really long time. They see how long I stay online, how long I play. But here's my little secret: I'm an adult. I don't go to school. I don't go to high school anymore. I don't live in my parents' house. My parents actually just came by my house to fix my air conditioner for me. And, they were like, it's like 90 degrees in your house. Why don't you come home with us? And I'm like, bitch, fuck you. This is my house. Fuck off. No, hell no. I didn't actually tell them that, but that was just like, this is going through my head. I was like, no, I'm not, no. It was kind of, I was like, nah. But it was kind of funny because it was like, because my stepfather was like, he's like, oh, I can see why your mom's getting all mad with all the wires everywhere and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, can you actually fix it? If you can't fix it, please shut up. But they were really nice. They offered me 4 beers, which was kind of cool. So I was like, I finally have beer in my house, and I haven't had beer in my house in ages. So like now I have like 2 extra beers that I can drink at my leisure while I'm listening to music. And but it's the addiction level. You got to be careful how you perceive it, because the addiction level varies by different people. And for regular casuals and for regular people that just play to have fun and play like 2 hours a week, this doesn't really apply. It applies to the ones that let video games as a whole, whether it's PC, any device, whether that device stops you from doing major priorities in life, work, family, relationships,
if you're playing
bills.
a game and you like pee on yourself or shit on yourself just so you can keep playing, then there's a fucking problem.
Then there's a problem there. Yeah, that's the level of addiction I'm talking about. That the one that just doesn't leave the couch until they're done with the said raid on Destiny 2.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? And then like if you're like still living with your parents, you don't have a job, and you just straight up just playing games all the time and not pursuing your life, to live on your own and pretty much just be on your own accord, there's clearly a problem. Now, if you drop out of school and you're doing it, and maybe you're doing it to like get known or something like that, or like go to tournaments and win money, then that's not a problem, because you're playing competitively to get known and you're winning money in tournaments. So that's not bad at all. Just, keep on, living the dream, like this whole Overwatch League stuff is actually pretty cool. I was quite surprised when it first came out, and it's pretty popular. Hopefully it's not dying, but I wanted to do it, but I can't because I'm in the damn military and I'm married, so I can't play games whenever I fucking want. But do I sit there and play video games all day and neglect the wife and neglect work? No.
I hope not. She would bitch slap you.
Yeah, she would choke me out. I used to be bad about it when we first got married, but I learned just compromise. I can't neglect her, and so yeah. So I spend time, and then whenever I get the chance, I'll probably sneak off to play the game or 2. But then I'll still get enough sleep to go to work and all that. It's not really hard to manage video games and stuff, because
yeah. Well, that was the other part that was kind of annoying me. It was like they act like managing video games in life is a hard thing, and then it's a miracle that if you accomplish it. It's not. Please don't say that, because if you say that, you are stupid. I swear. Yo, and like I'll give you like a ball figure for 2018 alone. $500, $600, for payment issues and stuff like that, on top of my regular bills, which is about the same price, about $500 a month. It's not that bad, but electric included and stuff like that. It's just like, and I've been doing this for a decent amount of years now, and it's kind of funny because they're like, I want to play this game, but I can only afford this game. But they're both on Game Pass, so why don't you just get Game Pass? Like, it's just like save you money. Because I have, not only do I have Xbox Gold on 2 accounts, but I also have Game Pass. I also have access to Netflix, Hulu, HBO. I have regular actual cable television, AMC's. Like, I have access to all this stuff. I don't pay for it all because they wanted me to save money, and I wasn't gonna say no to saving money, but I don't really want to say no to saving money on games, because I like that would be the one addiction that I probably wouldn't be able to live without, is going every single year without paying at least $300, $400 in collection of games. And like the AC edition is like $150. Someone couldn't buy quote unquote good headsets because they cost $250. Well, that's called getting 2 paychecks, and then you're done. Just 2 weeks and you're done. Just hold it. Make sure you don't buy any espressos. Make sure you don't buy any lunch. Sacrifice nutrition for gaming, and then you're good.
Just eat.
Just don't eat. Just don't eat. And then you save money. It's like that's the level of addiction I'm talking about. Like that type of ideology is what I'm actually
If I starve myself, maybe I can save more money to get in money. It's like, bro, you know you do need to eat, right?
I don't need to eat. I just need to drink liquid. So as long as I have, a nice 2-pack of Gatorade, 1 thing of milk, a couple things of orange juice, a humongous tub of lemonade mix, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're gonna die. Your body is not gonna have enough nutrition, and you're gonna not be.
Well, it's also hot as hell. It's like 90 freaking degrees in my house, and my air conditioner doesn't work yet, and it's not gonna work till Friday. So it's freaking hot as hell. I'm like going around with like practically no clothes on, and like my mother was like, be careful not to moon someone, and I'm like, Mom, people I can only moon someone if they see my bare ass. I'm wearing underwear. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't have an AC in this house either, and it's pretty hot still right now. So I'm chilling with the windows open. It's still hot.
And then it's just like, so I was like, I get where people are coming from, and I get the I get the concern, but the priority is like it's not effective in the United States yet. I think it's going to be a big, humongous deal if it becomes effective in the United States, not so much everywhere else, because the United States have the biggest gaming addicts that I know. And trust me, if that actually gets implemented in the U.S., because the U.S. people are looking at this thing and they're like, what? No, that don't make any sense. So they're the only ones not going for it, which is kind of funny because it's like, as long as the U.S. doesn't do it, you're good. But, it's just like, if the U.S., classifies gaming as a disorder, can I make double the money off the state and federal that I actually do right now just because I play video games about 12, 15 hours a day? Okay, cool.
It's like, bet.
But no, it's just, I find it kind of annoying because some people don't actually know what they say, oh, gaming is an addiction. It's just like, they say you play 6 to 8 hours. That's not really that bad. Like, it's just like play like 12 to 15, go wake up at like 12 o'clock wake up at like 4 p.m. Eastern time and then not go to sleep till 4, 6 a.m. till you see sunrise. And then all you're doing that entire time is either watching Netflix, playing a game on, said system, and just chilling there and not going outside. Imagine if you don't go outside except for 4 days a week. Imagine that, or even sometimes 2 days a week. So imagine if you never see outdoors because you can pay all your bills from your phone. You don't have to go anywhere. You only have to go somewhere maybe once a month to, get money and basically put the money into your bank account, and otherwise you can just stay inside and, enjoy your system. But, I know a lot of people don't actually have that, that luxury because they're all different ages. But, that would be the addiction level that I would be talking about, would be like, when said system takes over said life, then you got a problem. And, I think a lot of people are misconstruing this and making fun of this. But there are some people that are right that say this is an actual problem. And it is, but you have to learn how to control it. And
nothing's forcing you to continue playing.
Nothing is forcing you to do it. Like it's up in your brain. It's not, someone's not like cracking the whip behind you like an Egypt slave. Be like, yo, get that MVP, get that MVP, get that MVP, get that MVP. No, he got the MVP.
Play, boy. Keep playing. Okay. The game's not talking to you. It's not minding people at all. It's just people just need to control the way they fucking play shit, and that's it. It's as simple as that.
I mean, it's the same argument with the games are too expensive. No, they're not. I mean, not to me at least. They're not too expensive. I mean, the special editions could be cheaper. I don't like paying $200, $350 per edition, but it's just like it's part of the game. I don't necessarily like being an asshole on a daily basis, but hey, it's part of the game.
Yeah, the most I spent in the collector's edition was the Halo 5 one. That was a lot of money.
Oh, see, I bought 2 Halo 5s. I bought the console edition and I bought the collector's edition. So I spent like 6. Did I buy like it was like $700 both of them? Because I got the statue one and I got the console. It was kind of nice. And then I gave my console because I had Slims instead. I gave my console to a friend of mine, and he's rather enjoying it. It hasn't broken on him yet, which is kind of nice.
It's like when it comes to like. You even got like Amazon giving 20% off when you pre-order games. Best Buy with their Gamer Club.
And then that was the other thing that I wanted to talk about is like the see, I think the you heard all the thing how GameStop is like is starting to cease to be become relevant, and they're slowly trying to get bought, right? Yeah. Well, I think Microsoft, the whole reason for Game Pass is because before in 2013, they wanted to DRM, and they wanted to make sure that no pre-owned games could be played. I think that was their, sloppy way of saying no more GameStop. But instead, what you could do, and this is hypothetical, and this is my idea, you could use Game Pass slowly but surely to get all physical copies off the market, and it would be legal because you actually would not be interfering with what GameStop is selling, but you would be offering a better price for more games and more, easy access. That's kind of what Redbox did, or GameFly. It's kind of the same concept, but indirectly, Microsoft is making them go out of business and stop selling physical copies.
Well, if GameStop will start doing what Best Buy and Amazon did when you pre-order games, like give you 20% off, maybe they can, bring some shit back. Even though I did get the Elite Edition of GameStop.
Yeah, I did too. I have it too. I have it too.
They need to catch up with what they're doing, because clearly Best Buy is now moving into PC building stuff too, because I just went there today and met some people when I was doing my recruiting stuff. I didn't even know about that, and this whole light stuff, like everyone's like expanding, and GameStop is still being like left behind with the times. It's like everyone's catching up. Like, you're not going to be the only place that's providing games anymore. And people got all these deals now. Amazon is like, yo, 20% off. Then guess who followed behind them? Best Buy. GameStop is still like, yeah, you can still trade in these games and get like, here's $10 for a new Xbox One X. Oh, you got the Elite? Oh, that's 5 more cents added to it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Stop ripping people off. Get with the competition, and maybe, you won't like. And start doing more damn tournaments. Because all these people out here, all these GameStops out here, are definitely they're not doing tournaments. Like, I asked them today, I'm like, are you planning on doing a tournament? Yeah, probably for Smash, but yeah, we don't play. How about you get more back to the gamers? Give the game, just be part of the gamers again. Like, that just went too corporate, and now you're just trying to like sell. It's like, oh my god, bro. Chill.
Yeah, and even online, you can't really find tournaments that would pay you money if you would actually won, because that's like self-advertising. So you can't really find those types of groups that you want. So if you were wanting to enter competitive in any shape or form, you wouldn't really be able to do that, because they it's locked behind certain things that you can't really access publicly, which is kind of too bad, because back in the day, there was LAN parties on everybody's block. Yes. There was a whole bunch of different times and a different type of fun. Now everybody just plays privately, or they play with their closest friends in parties, and everybody's closed off from each other. So there's no real reaction or actual interaction with other people, which is kind of sad. I understand why people do it. It's for a good reason, but like, it's kind of sad that that's where the social aspect people, and then people complain that people don't have social skills. How is that actually their fault? Like, I'm just kind of curious. Like, you're the one forcing them to close themselves off. Like, they're not necessarily their fault. Or you have parents who like know their kids play video games, and they're like, and then they're mad because they don't have real life friends, but they have internet friends, but they suddenly actually don't count. Okay,
yeah, I've known people on the Xbox for like 2 people in particular. Known him since playing like Rainbow Six. Well, I met both of them in Rainbow Six Vegas back for the Xbox, and still know him to this day. We still haven't ever met in person, but it's like, damn, it's been like 12 years. I've been still talking to them. It's crazy.
I've known my longest kid on my friends list. He's actually 19 now. I've known this kid since he was 9 years old on opening weekend of Halo 3. This kid, I've heard this kid's balls drop. That's how long I've known the kid. Okay, I've listened to this dude become a mature adult, and it's kind of amazing. And those circumstances and those experiences are like golden. They're you can't really take them away. Because we've known each other for so long, and we've played with each other for so long on different games. I've watched this kid grow up, and said could be same for other people that I know, but it's just like, You know, it's good to have, you know, those 10, 12-year friends on your friends list who've known you the longest, especially if you do something like YouTube or you do something that is outside your character. You know, they can be the ones to tell other people, this isn't like what he's like in real life. You know, he's, you know, that's called acting. And, you know, please actually get used to it. Because, you know, like, you know, you wouldn't like this dude in real life if you actually met him. It's like he's acting for the good of the cause, and the good of the cause is, you know, pure entertainment.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's what I would suggest they do, because I know that GameStop is probably not long for this world, at least while, like, until they fully figure out the digital aspect of, you know, the, you know, section of, you know, gaming that they, you know, they can fine tune it to their perfection. Because eventually physicals will be obsolete, you know, just like Blu-rays made DVDs obsolete, just like DVDs made VHS obsolete, you know, same concept. You know, it will become eventually obsolete altogether. I think the main issue that they would have to worry about is the connection between lost and found. So I think you know, if someone had a massive library of digital games and they lost their account, all those games go bye-bye. So, you know, you'd have to find a way to fix that.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting future with the Space Force now and stuff, you know. What's going on?
Space Force!
I'm dying from that. I'm still, like, laughing about it.
No, Donald Trump legitimately wanted to be the girl of the 21st century, you know, in Xenon Kara, where she basically rides a shuttle down to Earth and back again. That was Trump's dream job. He wanted the Space Force, the ones that drive to the moon and back, or police the moon and back.
I'm just curious how the rank structures are going to be. Oh, man, it's going to be great. But yeah, video game addiction, it shouldn't even exist. People have control over it, over their lives. It's just the dumbasses who let it control their lives when they're not being forced to do it. They're the fucking idiots.
True.
Simple as that. I don't know why they making it a fucking medical condition. It's just you're stupid. Your mother's dying in the hospital and you're playing video games? Yeah, I'm trying to get to look. You're a fucking dumbass.
I mean, I watched E3 and didn't go to my sister's graduation, so I'm equally guilty. But E3 was a lot more entertaining than that graduation would have been. I'll 100% that. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, high school is high school, but college might be different. You know, that's
I'll definitely go to her college graduation. I'll definitely go to that. I'll definitely attend that. But like, I think my brother's college graduation is coming up next year in 2019, which is, you know, the first graduation that I'll go to. But it was kind of funny because, you know, I had certain friends of mine who were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have watched E3. You should have gone to her graduation." I'm like, "Yo, I want to be kept up live." And then that's the before I close out, because we weren't going to be here for very long. But I want to say one last thing so I don't have to address this for the rest of the week. The concept that you get mad if you play, you know, RPGs, or you play MMOs, you play any type of game where, you know, you jump in mid season, or you jump in, you know, towards the end of the season, and there's all these high ranking people above you, and you get mad because the high ranking people take advantage of the game and basically ruin the fun for you because you've never had it. I just want to say this out loud, and I'm being dead honest. It's called you be there at the start, and then you won't have that problem.
Yeah, that happens Fantasy Star Online. Some rare weapon drops, everyone gets quiet. This is right. God damn. Never
You know, it's like, don't blame the high level people because they legitimately devoted their lives and their time to actually getting to that level. They put in the work. You're just coming into that work. You know, it's not their fault. Don't blame the high level people. You can blame them for being assholes and being dicks to you, but you can't blame them for playing the game the way it's meant to be actually played. They're like, it's not fair. All these level 300s. I'm only level 200. What the fuck? And I'm like, dude, it was called you be there at the start of the season. You don't have the problem. Don't jump in midway unless it's like a game like COD or something, and then you know that's like totally irrelevant. But just like when it matters, when you're there at the very beginning, you always want to be there at the very beginning, because then you can see how the game has progressed, So then if you run into a gamer who he or she, has been playing these games forever and then just starts playing this game, but you've already finished it, 6, 8 months ago. And she was saying, oh, this stuff is new. And I'm like, I've seen how it started to where it actually got to. And, it was an okay game. She's like, I love this game. I'm like, I liked it when it originally came out. And you can say that because you were the one who originally played it when it originally launched. While, he or she was either trying to save up money or they couldn't afford it at the time, whatever the reason. But it's just, don't blame, experienced gamers for being experienced when because you didn't actually have the time nor the, ability to be there to be one of those experienced people, is all I'm saying. Because, it's not the experienced people's fault. They legitimately live their lives. You live their lives. Maybe your life is more important. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have a family, whatever the case may be. But don't pull it out on the hardcore, because the hardcore is just having fun and they do it on a religious basis. Keyword, religious. Is there anything else you want to say, Kellz, before we get out of here?
Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah, I got nothing really. It's interesting talk.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody who liked it, leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section below. We just came back from our E3 wrap up. Thank you all so much for watching that video. I actually got more views than I actually thought we would. So thank you for everybody who watched, everybody who commented, and thank you for the 60,000 milestone on my channel. I appreciate it, guys. This is Reaper, and I'm out.